Hey guys, so today is my update for my deck of panning project pan. I have got quite a few project pans going at the minute, so the updates aren't that amazing, but I'm going to get into them anyway because I'm pretty happy with some of the progress, and I'll try and have pictures for everything that I'm talking about from when I started last month and then where they are this month. So I'm just going to hop straight into the updates. So starting with the, I guess the most boring update because it's just a mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I cannot remember what category each of these things are for. I'm going to write down from in the future just because I can't remember. I feel like this might have been hyped, YouTube favorite or something, I feel like, but I can't remember. I do quite like this mascara. I feel like it's a favourite for a reason, mostly because it's so cheap, but it just does such a good job. Like you can't really tell a difference between this and more of a high-end one. I am wearing the Tartist. Today I'm wearing the Tartist or something like that. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, which I really, really love. And it's kind of maybe use this one a little bit less just because if I have two mascaras on the go, I typically try and make sure I get the most use out of my more expensive ones, just because obviously they are worth more, so I feel like it's more of a waste if I don't use them. But I have been using this one a decent amount. I try and use this one if I'm just throwing it on just to nip out or something like that. I don't wear makeup just to nip out too often, but if I do, I am wearing this. I've had this open. I think it hadn't been open too long before I put it in this project, but in this project I am just going to keep it for the 3 months, and then I think I am just going to roll it out regardless of where it's at. But I mainly put this one in just because I'm really bad with things like base products. I'm really bad with, and mascaras I'm really bad with. I kind of just pick one and just continually use that rather than and then I neglect other things. So that's the main reason for putting this in, and I'm quite enjoying using it, but it's just a mascara, so I guess it's hard to show progress. Next up, this was for the most expensive, I feel like. I think that was what this was, and this is the Park Ave Princess by Tarte. It's their contour palette. I think it's a chisel palette, sorry. I think, are these always limited edition? I don't really know about that, but I feel like they change quite often, right? I think this is one of my most like pretty palettes. I'm trying to show you without getting the ring light. I really like it, and it's super heavy feeling. I love that about luxury makeup. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a cheap makeup kind of person because I like to have lots, and I feel like you can do that with cheaper makeup, whereas you can't with more expensive, and also it's just more accessible with cheaper makeup. Anyway, this is what the palette is looking like. I don't want to hold it up just because of the mirror. I kind of just said I'm going to use it and see what I can do. I definitely was going to focus predominantly on these two shades, and I have been using them. There's an ever so slight, I wouldn't even call it a dip, just a marking on this shade here. But they are I'm very, very pale, and these are slightly, I don't know if you'll be able to see, they're slightly too dark, but also this one has more of a salmon shift to it and this one more yellowy. And I struggle because on my under eyes it can darken them, and also it just looks heavy because I like to set with a loose powder just because I do find that the most effective, and then sometimes if I put this on top it does get a bit heavy. But I never really used them lighter shades anyway. This palette I definitely used the contour shades. I feel like that's, you know, the purpose of this palette. But unfortunately there isn't that much progress on them just because I have been using another bronzer recently, and I'm not one for doing bronzing and contouring. I just don't really feel like it suits me. I did try that a couple of times with this palette, but I just feel like it looks a bit heavy on my face. I might try and get into it. It's just not my style of makeup. Like, I don't I don't really wear contour. I don't know, maybe I should try it. Maybe I should do like a full, I don't know, full glam, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I quite like this. It is definitely like a favourite. I could use this every day and be happy. So yeah. Next up is a little palette by Sleek. This is the Face Form Contouring and Blush palette. So I've got that powder all over my hand. So in this I am trying to hit pan in that middle shade. I think this is the Travel Friendly something or other. I think that was the prompt. I actually have a decent dip in this. I did have a decent dip anyway. I will actually swatch this one for you. I really like this, to be fair. I think it's such a lovely, it's not swatching the nicest, but it is, I don't know if you'll be able to see that actually. It is a really nice shade. It's a really nice highlighter. The quality of Sleek's powder products I think are really good, especially for the price. And this is such a little tiny palette. It comes with a mirror. It comes with everything you need. I don't know if they have matte versions of these. That would be kind of cool if they did. Honestly, I've never really looked into it just because I don't feel the need for one. But that would be cool just because I know some people do prefer matte blushes. But the bronzer's matte, which is nice. I think it's because it more works as a bit of a contour, but it's slightly warm, so I use it just as a bronzer. But yeah, I have been mixing this with the other highlighter that I have, Year Long Project Pan, and I quite like it. I'm wearing it today mixed with that. I don't know if you can see really, to be fair. I do quite like this. I don't know how long it's gonna oh, my leg's gone dead. My leg's gone dead. Anyway, I don't know how long this is going to take me to hit pan, but I am really enjoying using it. Next up is the blusher palette. I cannot remember at all what this prompt was. This is just the blusher palette by Barry M. It doesn't have a shade. I don't know if there is different palettes. I swear there is, but mine's just sort of the peachy orange one. I think I got this in a glossy box actually. Most of my makeup I got in a glossy box, so I have noticed that these are very soft shades, and they do have quite a lot of kickback, which I don't actually mind, to be honest, because I feel like it helps me use them up quicker, which I don't know if that's like the best mentality to have, but I get so much anyway. Just hitting pan is, you know, that's not even using up half the product really. So I'm really enjoying it. It's such a neutral shade. It adds a little bit of warmth. I feel like I might go a bit heavier. I might actually start mixing in a couple of these other shades as we get into the warmer weather. The only one I don't like is this orangey one. I've tried orange blush before. I've actually tried yellow blush before as well, and it's just not for me. I think it makes me look sick. I think it's because I'm so pale, it just makes me look ill. But yeah, there is quite a, I wouldn't call it quite a dip, but there is definitely a dip. Like you can tell this one has been used significantly more than the others. So I'm happy with that, and I'm happy to just keep on going with this. It's just an easy to use shade. Last but not least, this is my lip oil. This was the one that was inspired by TV. This was like the really loose linked one because I linked it to Bridgerton. To be fair, I get Bridgerton vibes, the pastel colours and natural vibes. I think there is a link to be made, but I did actually completely use this up. I didn't have a crazy amount left. Hopefully I've had a picture, I took a picture, but there really was not much left. I just took this through when I was working, and so I put it on. I get bored at work, so I find myself just putting on lip balm, lip gloss, whatever it is, all day. So I do use quite a bit of it when I did use it, but I'm really happy that I managed to get these used up because now I can roll something new in, which is exciting. I barely had these actually. I think I've had these probably no more than 3 months, and I've already used up 2 of them. So yeah, I love these. I usually use them as more of a lip treatment, lip balm, but they do give a lovely glossy lip. So if I'm wanting to do like, I don't know, no makeup or very little makeup, this is just a bit of a go-to when it comes to that, just because you can just shove it on and go and you look nice put together, you know. So since I used up the lip oil, that means I can roll something new in, which is really, really exciting, especially for my first update. And I have pre-shuffled the cards, and I'm just gonna pick the new one. The game board has been updated, so yes. So we have Ace. Let's have a look. So Ace is Project Graveyard, and that means, to my knowledge, that's either something that has been collecting dust, so old products, or it's something that you've had in a project previously that you didn't manage to use up. So I've managed to link it. I actually still have little markings from when I had this in a project previously. This is the Plumper by BYBI. It's just a lip balm. There's not very much left, but you don't need a lot. I have tried to have this in one of my informal project pans before, and I really, really love this. But I have quite a lot of I have quite a lot of lip treatments at the minute, so I just don't feel the need for this. So I'm happy to use this up. I've recently started remembering it, so I have been using it a little bit more than I had done. But yeah, I'm going to try and get this used up. I am swapping a lip product for a lip product, but that's okay. I think the line that I have on it, I think it's still pretty accurate. There is an air bubble, so it might be slightly less, but I think we're actually just going to go off that last mark. Just because that is pretty accurate to where it is. It doesn't bend any further without just product shooting all over, and you know how it goes. So yes, I'm gonna go off that little marking, and hopefully with the amount that's here. The only trouble with this lip balm is that because it's a plumping lip balm, I do only use it when I'm doing my makeup. That's the new product. That is something from the Graveyard, Project Graveyard. And yeah, so that's everything that I will be working on for the next month. I'm going to try and use some of that bronzer, see if I can make some more progress, just because this is going to be in forever, because it's used, it's well used, but it's also a lot of product. And also I think I'm going to try and use this as much as possible, because it is old, and as much as I said I'm not in a rush, I've been looking at it and I do actually think I could get that used up so quickly. So I might use this outside of doing my makeup as well, just to get it used up. And it'll be cool to keep having used up products each month. So yeah. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this update. Let me know if you guys are doing the project down below. I have been keeping up on the playlist, and I'm trying to watch all them videos and see what other people are up to and how their updates are going. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!